we're going to do a storytelling prop to go along with this book, Totem Tale, A Tall Story from Alaska by Deb Van Ness and illustrated by Eric Brooks. And I love this book. It's the story of a totem pole and the totems on the totem pole, the animals that one night magically come to life and they go out and they play and they have a fabulous time. And then when morning comes, they have to put themselves back together. They have to become a totem pole again, but they can't figure out what order to put themselves. They just don't remember. And then they realize that they have to tell their story to put themselves back together. And that's one of the things I love about this book and that I love about totem poles. Totem poles tell a story. So it's perfect to have a storytelling prop. And we have our totem pole storytelling prop to go along with this book, or really, you can do any story you want with this totem pole, but what's nice is that it comes apart so the animals can come to life and then they can go back in different orders. And this totem pole is made, and they also fall down in the story. This totem pole is made from drink koozies or cozies, whatever you want to call them, and just Sharpie markers. That's it. I just use Sharpies. They come out really nicely on this material that the koozies are made out of. And, this is really, again, I don't see this as necessarily a craft you're going to do with kids. It's really something that you're going to make and then use to tell the story. They can help you pile them up. They can knock them over. Now, if you want to use this as a craft, you certainly can. If you want to give the kids Sharpies, you really do need the permanent markers, though. The water-based are going to come off. Now, if you can't find the drink koozies or cozies, whatever. If you can't find these, or they can get a little expensive if you're buying a lot of them, there's something else that you can use that works just as well, if not better. So I'm going to put this guy over here. And what you can use is a pool noodle. Pool noodle, it's basically the same material. It works just as well. So what you're going to do is you want to cut this into chunks to make your totems. So the best way to cut material like this, a pool noodle, or anytime you're cutting styrofoam, use an electric knife. Again, probably not something you're going to want to give the kids. Here, kids, here's an electric knife. Go for it. No, don't do that. But the electric knife works really, really well when you're cutting the pool noodle. And I do have a smaller piece here that we can work with. I'm just going to show you how easily this cuts. Like butter, I'm telling you, it cuts beautifully. Now you can mark this and you can be a little bit more specific so it's a little more even. And again, you can mark them specifically so you know how big to make your pieces, but that's how easily it cuts. So I already have a few pre-cut pieces. Right here, I have 5 pieces, and they're on a dowel because the pool noodles all have a hole in them. Now the drink koozies also have a hole in them, so you can also put those on a dowel, which is nice. But you can use this as you're telling your story. You can move them around. You can do it like that. You can take them off. You can pile them up. The kids can knock them over, they can go back on the stick, however you want to do it. It works really nicely. And these also work really well with the Sharpie markers. So I'm just going to draw one of them so you get the idea of what it looks like. So I think I am going to draw eagle. We're going to make eagle, and I'm also going to show you how to make the wings, because eagle and also raven have wings that really foam. So I'll show you how to do those in a minute as well. So I'm just going to start with a black Sharpie and I'm going to draw my features. So look at that. That's pretty cool. Now, obviously it's a lot smaller than that one, but I think it works. And now we're just going to add the wings. So first I'm going to make the wings. So I'll set that aside. I'm gonna take a little piece of brown craft foam and I'm just gonna eyeball these types of wings. Raven has bigger wings, but Eagle has these kind of rounded edge. So take my Sharpie. All right, so I have my wings. So I'm going to attach them to my totem. So what I'm going to do is actually take an X-Acto knife and I'm going to cut some little slits on either side so I have a place to insert my wings. So I'm going to try and do it evenly on each side. So I think right around here, I'm going to do it towards the top. This part, not a part kids are going to be doing. So if you do have this craft, if you do decide to do this as a craft with kids, either don't do the wings or you're going to have to help them with this part. Okay, now I am going to use just a little bit of hot glue. You can use regular white glue for this too, but I'm just going to use a dab of hot glue in there to make sure my wings stick. Well, the hot glue is melting this just a little bit, so you might want to just use the white glue. Insert the wing inside. So there you go. There's my totem. I think it looks pretty cool. And again, you can make a whole bunch of them. Put them on your dowel and tell a totem tale.